All right, everyone. Basically, three quick cards with me and a bottom card, but not really. I'm going to pull on some Cancerian energy here. We're on the cusp of Jupiter moving into Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle, the theme energy. There's a lot of Cancerians in this soulmate cycle. It's big energy. It's an all signs reading. It's technically for everyone, so it's basically a Cancer reading, essentially. We're probably going to pull a pyramid here, just for fun. But I pulled thought we'd do something a little different. I mean, just throw it in here. There's no extended or anything. We're just here for fun right now. No big deal. We got the new moon reading coming up tomorrow, so, get ready for that. This will be a nice lead-in, maybe. Somebody worried. In the surface energy, somebody's very, very... Look at there they are. I know they're not a Steve Love Tarot viewer, because look how much they wear to bed. I mean, that's nobody, I definitely do not encourage that. That being said, somebody worried. Incoming energy. Worried about what? I don't know. But it's just worried a lot. The Nine of Swords crossed by 10 Wands. There's a devil. You can see it, but that's not where I was meaning to go. There's a Queen of Cups. And there's a devil. Somebody worried you're not interested anymore. Four of Cups underneath that. Four of Cups bookending the Nine of Wands tells me or Nine of Swords here tells me what they're worried about. They're worried that you're not interested anymore, you're not still there, or you're not around, or you don't remember them, or any of that. Probably with the new moon coming up as well, they might be worried about something they did, or something like that, or a secret they kept, or something they said. It could be any of that. All right, because the new moon is blending with Pluto, a little bit of Pluto energy, and Mercury in Gemini. And they're all kind of blended together, and Saturn's there too, and it's all happening at once. It's creating sort of a nostalgic effect. So this doesn't surprise me. That new moon is creating kind of a nostalgic effect. Now, nostalgia can go either way. I say nostalgia, you think, oh, beautiful memories of fields and camping trips when I was a kid, or vacations or something. Yeah, maybe, but nostalgia can go negative too. All right, so on one side, it's probably positive. On the other side, it's probably negative. And again, it's whoever that is that wore that much to bed. And that is not a Steve Love Tarot viewer, so it's probably not you. It's probably somebody attached to you. Okay? Let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. All right? Let's see where we're at. Let's see why we're here. I'm pulling on Cancerian energy. It's technically an all signs reading. Okay? So don't freak out. Don't be like, I never watched those. You can watch it here. I'm not your astrologer. This ain't your fucking horoscope. It's a soulmate cycle. It's themed with Cancerian energy. The North Node was in Cancer when this cycle began. And usually, in my experience, sets the theme. In fact, this particular cycle proved it. So it showed me. Because I came out here to YouTube and greater than 80% of my viewers were Cancerians. So, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I should have come out here sooner. I could have proved it in the last soulmate cycle, right? When it was another sign angle. Anyway. That's sad. Here we go. Let's see where we're at here. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but the title brought you in here. You found Steve Love Tarot. You're here for a reason. This reading's very off the cuff. Calling it a Cancer reading. Cancer reading with Steve. We'll put it that way. Special Cancer. I don't like calling things special. It kind of has a short bus context to it, right? Or after school special, a very special episode of something. I don't like using that word. All right, here we go. Top of the pyramid is how that person with all the pajamas feels about you. The middle is how they see you. And the bottom of the pyramid is potential final outcome of it all. Or advice. I'm not sure which yet. It's red with the center energy and the emotions. All right, so let's go. I got a Fool here. Overall energy of this pyramid is a Fool. This reading is timeless, by the way. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. What's beautiful? The Two of Wands, yes. Somebody feels like they have to do something. That's sort of what this is. It's setting the intention. It is a leap of faith, and this is setting the intention to have a leap of faith. So it's crossing it. So somebody feels like they know it. It's something. It feels like there's something they have to do. It's movement towards you. Okay, I get it. All right. It's going to tie a lot. This will be a nice precursor to the new moon reading, which I'm going to pull tomorrow. We got a lot of energies on top of one another. Saturn, the new moon, and then you got Mercury. We'll pull on that too. Then the June readings. I'm telling you, I am going to be a busy little beaver. Okay. Hermit. how they feel about you. High priestess, yeah, your big secret. I get that all the time. Or there is a big secret. Okay? Or this person's, now these two energies together, forget this one here. We'll pull this one in a second. This can be somebody, I'll give you some scenarios. Just catch my drift. You don't have to take me literally. Energy can play out 1,000 different ways. So take what resonates, discard what doesn't. But this could be somebody who's married and they got to keep it a secret that you're their soulmate. They totally feel you more than the other person. Might accidentally scream out your name. Although in pajamas like they were wearing, I doubt there's too much going on. That's a lot of work. You know, I mean, it's no spur of the moment with that shit. But anyway, whatever. Unless it's got the convenient button. Anyway, whatever. At the end of the day here, it could be that. It could be you're just a big secret. It could be they're keeping a big secret from you. It could be they held it, they pushed it back, they carpet swept how powerful this connection was, and now it's coming to bite them in the ass. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, now it's coming to bite them in the ass. 5 swords. Whichever scenario it is, emotionally, somebody's got kind of a bad taste in their mouth, a bittersweet. Somebody figured out, it could be an energy of somebody who figured out that you were right, your soulmates. We're soulmates, but they figured it out too late, right? Sometimes it's too late. Sometimes well, that's what they're afraid of. Sometimes it actually is too late, but that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid that it's too late. I told you that already with the pre-shuffle. Rewind, I said it. Okay. I mean, this is encouraging. You may look at this and go, oh, Steve, I want to see a bunch of lovers and lovey-dovey. No, this is the kind of stuff that magic is made of. All right, this is you affected somebody on a deep level. Okay, there's so much selfishness out there in the world and self-focus. Nobody's affecting anybody anymore. If you're someone who affects the life of another person, my God, the universe will shine down upon you. Holy crap. You're setting yourself up for some good karma coming your way. I'll tell you what. All right. I understand, what was it? The Saturn reading? The message from the universe with the Hierophant and all that? I understand that now. I understand why the universe threw you as the Hierophant. This is a good deed here. All right. Okay. I mean, but anyway, it's biting them in the ass. Whatever it is. They figured out your soulmate. They keep you a secret from somebody else and know you're a soulmate. They're keeping a secret from you. Now the connection is on the surface. And the connection is activated. And it's biting them in the ass. How do they see you? 6 of Wands. What else? King of Cups. They see you as the great love of their life. From their perspective, from a selfish perspective, they see you as the one that got away. Okay? Very easily. Someone that they know they could have or could have. It feels very past tense to me here. Okay? Don't worry about that. Doesn't mean they're not showing back up. See, sometimes when things get past tense, it's when somebody's about to show up. Okay, but yeah, they see you as the one that got away, the one they could have had the long life with. That's the selfish read on that, the self-focused energy. But when they look at you, what do they see you doing and things like that? They see you out there loving, doing things, sharing your feelings, being who you are, being victorious. Whether you might come at me and go, Steve, I'm the world's biggest fucking failure. I suck, Steve. First of all, don't say that about yourself ever. But secondly, I don't give a fuck. I've told you a million times, it's all about perception. Any PR agency will tell you that. It's about perception, right? I mean, so this person perceives you as extremely successful and someone who knows how to love. Absolutely. And you know what to wear to bed, too. But at the end of the day, it's fine. Okay, so advice, potential final outcome, it's red with the High Priestess. I don't know, it's your final outcome. So it's like, if it's advice, it's like, well, what do I do about the fact that I'm a big secret, or somebody carpet swept, or somebody's keeping quiet about it? What do I do? It's biting them in the ass. What do I do, Steve? I don't know. Nothing. 9 of Wands. In fact, I don't think you should do anything. I think 9's at the end in tarot. I think somebody will see the light. Let them think you're successful. I know you just told me you're the biggest loser. I got you. Okay, well, fine. You go. Go girl, go guy, be a loser. Knock yourself out. Fail at everything. This person sees you as incredibly successful. I mean, whatever it is, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Let them see you this way. The secret will come out. How do I know that? Whatever it is. The secret that you're a soulmate, the secret that they keep from a spouse they have, the things they carpet swept about how they feel about you, all of it. All of it. It's a false victory. If they think they're getting away with it, they're not. Five of Swords. You always get caught in the end, right? The Five of Swords is you lied your way into a job. Yeah, I'm an expert with Excel. No problem. I can do Excel. Yeah, spreadsheet, formulas, no problem. Got it. Bring me in, right? You go there. If your first question on day one is, how do I open Excel? You got caught, right? Five of Swords. I mean, that's an exaggeration. You're probably not that shit stupid. Unless you are that big loser that you keep telling me. I mean, I don't know. I don't want you to think of yourself that way. But you get caught eventually. You're not an expert. You're not. Somebody checks your references. You didn't go to Harvard, right? Anybody can write Harvard on a resume. Oh, they never go to check, right? Eventually they get around to it. You know, yeah, I've seen it catch up to. I've seen lies catch up to people year later. You know, we were going through guard records, and you know, Harvard's never heard of you. You know. So anyway, all this shit they carpet sweep will catch up to them. And that's what this card is saying. It's saying, don't worry about it. Look at that wall. Look at it. Is that stopping anything? No. Eventually, somebody going to break through it. All right, so let's clarify. Let's go. So we got someone who knows what they need to do or will know what they need. What's underneath that? Yeah, see? Out of nowhere, I think somebody needs to, we need to fix this, we need to do something. It's some kind of that energy. I know the Mercury energy that's coming up, which ties with the new moon strongly, is a Mr. Fix-It energy, I like to call it. So we'll see. We'll see. You know what? Let's clarify with the Light Seer. We got an Eight of Wands at the bottom. Everybody loves that. That's tarot reader gold, isn't it? The Eight of Wands. Woohoo! Communication, forward movement. I get it. It's there. It's just randomly there, but it's you know, it's saying I'm right. So I got my read right on the energy. Let's get in. You want to dive into somebody's emotional secrets? Let's see what we get here. Light Seer is a good deck for this. This one here sometimes gets a little heavy with it. I don't need to know the deep, dark secrets. I just need, you know, just tell me what this is about in relation to my viewer. Let's go. Let's do it. See where we're at. That's a pretty heavy-duty High Priestess, though. I mean, seriously. Let's see where we go. Come on now. What do we got here? High Priestess. All right. Let's see. It's crossed by the moon. Another hidden energy. It's a major arcana. Two major arcana cards, both representing hidden energy. Somebody here won't let themselves love. Or they wouldn't. I'm going to put it in past tense because I think this energy changes that a little bit. Whereas, especially as Jupiter changes signs and as we move through and as Pluto and Mercury interact with the new moon that's coming up. You know, like I said, it's a double hidden energy. It's a double blind study. It's what it is here. Somebody just refused. That's my Queen of Cups underwater here in this deck. See the red here, right? Redhead, right? Underwater. It's the way I read it. It's the way it reflects back to me. And somebody here just won't let themselves love. They won't come up for air. You know, because every time they do, all they feel is you. All right. If they got a spouse, for example, they probably won't bang the spouse because every time they do, they think of you, and then they feel guilty about that. I wouldn't. Knock yourself out. Whatever. Nobody needs to know what you're thinking. Five of Pentacles. It just strengthens your connection when they do that. See, that's the thing. I know for a couple of you, that's what's happening. I know. At least a couple of you. I mean, when I say couple, I mean like 2, 3 people. But it strengthens your connection. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody won't let... What did I say? Look. Rewind. There's a key right there to get in the door. They won't let them... They won't... I phrased it... They won't let themselves love. She can come up for air. Right? They won't. You're going to hold my breath. Right? I'm staring underwater. I don't care how long. Right? It's a bit of that. Staying outside. Don't care. Somebody's very, very sad on the inside. On the outside, generally speaking, when I get an energy like this, I get a happy-go-lucky person on the outside sometimes. A lot of times. I'm always skeptical of somebody who's too happy and smiley and locally-dokally kind of a thing. Or just somebody, again, it doesn't have to be all the way over in the Ned Flanders side of things. It can just be somebody who's just, you know, every time you talk to them, oh, I'm doing wonderful. How are you today? You know, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much bubble gum coming at me. It doesn't make sense, right? No. All right. So somebody here, On the inside, we'll just say however they are on the outside, it's possible that they're like that. It could just be that they're very stoic. They wear a mask, you know, people might say. On the inside, they're very sad. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? The strength. Yeah. Somebody got hurt in the past, and that's what caused it. I think they may have blamed you for that hurt a little bit, or they spread that hurt around to other things. It's possible. What's the bridging energy here? Yeah, the Page of Swords. This is someone who observes. This is why I kind of read it this way with the perception. They perceive you as loving right, doing it right, right? Loving right, success. You share your feelings. They admire that. There's some admiration. I say that a lot in this Cancerian angle. There's admiration. Okay? They like to watch. They like to spy. They like to observe it. They learned a lot through observing, and they're aware of that. But right now, the observation is a problem because the energy of the connection has come to the surface. Let's see how it's biting them in the ass. All right. Five of Swords. Why is it here? Why is the Five of Swords here? Very interesting. Very interesting. A lot of this, I'm not going to extend this one because I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the new moon reading tomorrow, and I think we're going to have some fun with that one. I think that one's going to be very interesting. Yeah, this is tricky energy to read. What's going on with the? Okay, all right, yeah. What's yeah? See, when we do this, Five of Swords, it ruins the structure of the whole thing. The Ten of Pentacles, their life, right? How is it going to bite them in the ass? Because their life's going to come tumbling down. When somebody finds out that they love you, or when this person figures out that they should be with you, that you're the one, and it's all a false thing. Whenever we carpet sweep feelings in favor of something lesser, it's that chain is only as strong as its weakest link, right? It doesn't matter. A chain could be rated to pull 10,000 pounds, right? This chain can pull 10,000 pounds. If you've got one link in the middle that breaks at 200 pounds, it'll only pull 200 pounds. That's it. It doesn't matter. That's why societal energies will never get their shit together, right? Because we'll never get everybody on the same page. There's always going to be some fucker. And whatever it is, whichever direction you see the fucker as, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be one. And if there's one, it ruins the whole thing. It weakens the whole chain. So, at the end of the day, that's why I say society is 1,000 years behind where it should be. We're not there yet. We're not going to get there. We're still going to beat each other up for toilet paper the next time the flu is going around. So at the end of the day here, or something slightly worse. At the end of the day, the Ten of Pentacles, their life, it's you threaten the structure of their life. You threaten to bring the whole house of cards down. Okay? End of story. I get this. The King of Cups. I want to know why they see you. This is an energy. This is a very positive energy. It's like a yes card. So it's like, how do they see you when they think about you? When they close their eyes and think about you, the word yes comes out. Now, is that the yes, I'm having an orgasm, yes, like that? Or is it, I don't know. I don't know why there's a big giant yes stamped on your forehead with this person. I think it's more of a you're the one. You're the one that got it. I read it as you're the one that got away. You're the one that they could have had that screaming yes orgasm with. You're the one. This is definitely a love connection that's coming in here. No doubt. All right. If it's a family connection, you need to call a therapist immediately. Or the police, one or the other. But I mean, at the end of the day, here, this is something that should have been. You're not together with this person. You should have been, and they fucked it up. All right, something got in the way here. Okay, something got in the way. That's very strange. Six of Wands. Why is it here? Why is it a yeah? It's caused by the Eight of Pentacles. This sounds horrible. I don't mean it this way. I gotta say it this way. You're useful. You're useful to this person. They can learn from you. They can do things. You've got a lot in common. You guys just work. Okay? That's how they see it, or would work. Even though you have differences, you work. They see you as like a team member, but they see you as somebody useful, like you're a means to an end. That could be, don't take that the wrong way. That could be, maybe you have the same retirement goals or something like that, and they're with somebody who doesn't have that goal. They're with somebody who wants to sit around and watch soap operas, and you want to go travel the world, right? And they want to go travel the world. So you're a useful kind of energy. It's a binary universe. It's the black and white, zeros and ones, yes, no. The gray areas are put there by our brains. So it has nothing to do with the energy. The energy just sees it one way or another. So when I say useful, I don't necessarily mean it in a bad way. It's actually quite good. So again, I'm sort of right on my yes energy. You're the one, right? I believe the one that got away, or they're not sure, is still interested. But what's on top? Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're very special to this person. Why is that here? The Death card. Yeah, you're the one that would have changed their life. You're the one that did change their life. I'm pulling on the selfish angle when they see you that way. Yeah, in the outward, when they look at you, yeah, they see you. Their perception of you is that you're victorious. You're sharing people, telling people how you feel, sharing your feelings, all of that. Yeah, I get that. High vibration, good for you, right? Tell people how you feel. Even if it makes them uncomfortable, fuck them. You're doing it for you. You're getting it out. When you hold all that in, that's where anger comes from and everything like that. You can't do that. You gotta let it. It's like a fart. You can't hold it in too long or you'll combust, right? We learned that. Didn't we learn that from South Park? Isn't that where spontaneous human combustion comes from? Don't people blow up when they hold farts too long? I mean, it's got to be true. It was in South Park. So at the end of the day here, they see you showing people how you feel, saying how you feel. This person doesn't release that, and look what happens. They're about to explode on the inside. It's crazy town. So yeah, you've changed this person's life for sure. You've shown them something that no one else could. Why is the Nine of Wands here? This is a great I will predict this is a great precursor to the new moon reading. I'm telling you. It's a lot of that. I'm pulling right on the day before I'd probably pull that reading, but it's nice. Hey, more information the better, right? Pair this with tomorrow's reading. I'll forget all this, so just pair it with tomorrow's reading. All right. Let's see where we go. Nine of Wands. What do you want to tell me about this Nine of Wands here? I only pulled you notice I only pulled the Ten of Pentacles there. I didn't pull what the top cards were, did I? We'll go back to that. We'll pull we'll pull some fresh top cards on that. We'll pull a second clarifier on that before we go. Okay? That's wild. I just noticed that. I was looking at my monitor over here to my left, and I go, why is there no cards on top of the Five of Swords? Oh yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, the foundation of their being, the whole chain thing. Yeah. You threaten. For most of you, the love that they have for you threatens the structure of their life in some way. Maybe they got to get a divorce. Maybe mommy and daddy don't like you. This is very common in the Cancer and Leo angles of this cycle. Also the Gemini to a point. Again, it's just a cycle of energy. We're just splitting it in 12 pieces. So pieces that are close together have similar vibes, if you will. All right. First of all, let's do this Nine of Wands. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Okay? Don't worry. Be happy. They can't hold this in much longer. We're reaching a point. Nines are the end in tarot. You can see the sun there, right? It's right by my index finger right there. You can see the sun. Yeah, we're reaching a point where it's time to go. We're going to go. That's the Three of Wands. That's the Two of Wands. We're on our way. We're moving forward. This energy, the energies of right now move things forward. I'm not divining that far out. I'm only divining out to about as far as, June. The further out you go, the less accurate it gets because you can't account for people's free will decisions. So we're just taking the energy as it flows right now. Little new moon energy, little Mercury energy in there. Some Saturn energy, a little pinch of Pluto in play. There's some sort of triad between the new moon, Pluto, and Mercury, which is creating that nostalgia. But it's really a close play between Mercury and the new moon. We'll talk about all that tomorrow. What's on top here? 9 wands on top of 9 wands. I love it when that happens. It means I'm spot on. Okay? Spot on. Why is the 9 wands here? Because it is. Because 9's are the end in tarot. Why is that here? The 7 of wands. Yeah. Somebody's advantage, somebody's ability to keep distance, somebody's ability to keep the high ground is going away, right? It is. Somebody's security blanket is going away. Look at the wall there, right? That started out as a great wall. You couldn't see her. She was behind it. It was 10 feet tall, whatever. That's all that's left, right? And she's not going to fight you. She don't want to break a nail. She had them done at those fancy places, put the sparkly things on, right? That cost a fortune. Like $60 a finger or some shit. She's not going to put up too much of an effort, and I don't blame her. She's not getting paid enough for that, right? At the end of the day, somebody's high ground is going away. They're not going to be able to stay back. My advice to you is now it switches. Now you get the high ground. So don't do anything. Do what you want to do. I mean, I can't tell you. I'm just telling you what the energy is saying. Don't do shit. All right, let this shit play out. The energies of right now, right up through the time Jupiter changes signs into Cancer, let this shit play out. I want you to just sit back and enjoy the ride. All right? I do. Because you got your own things that you're looking at. Your own nostalgia that's rolling in. Right? What did I say in a recent extended reading? Make your own kind of music. Right? Worry about you. You know, it's okay to be a little bit selfish in these current energies here. Try to be as creatively selfish as you can so it doesn't affect other people. I mean, you don't want to, shun people away. But act in enlightened self-interest. All right, now, I said I would. Let's pull another set of clarifiers on that 5 of Swords and we'll get out of here. Because I was blown away. I looked at the screen. I'm like, there's nothing on top of it. I remember the 10 of Pentacles. I never pulled the other 2 cards. We'll never know for sure, but I'm asking the universe what the other 2 cards were. All right? So let's see. We'll never know for sure because I didn't look at them. All right. And I'm not the amazing Kreskin. I'm not the fucking warlock on the hill. And this ain't no Vegas card trick. All right. I am neither Penn nor Teller. Too tall to be the short one. Too short to be the tall one. All right, here we go. What's going on? 5 of Swords. We just take it on faith. Take it to the heart because the waiting is the hardest part. Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Somebody knows they're shortchanging themselves. Why is the structure of remember the 10 of Pentacles that was crossing there? I talked about the weak chain and the house of cards that their life is built on, that you threaten, that their feelings for you threaten in whatever way. Right. Somebody here is realizing in these energies right now, I said it's biting them in the ass. All that high priestess keeping it secret, all that stuff, the connections coming to the surface, it's biting them in the ass because somebody realizes they've shortchanged themselves. Right? They're living a life of a page when they could be living like this. All right? You can have it. They can have it all. And they thinking about walking away. That's the bridging energy, the 8 of Cups. They're realizing it. They're seeing it. They're feeling that 5 of Swords. Right? It's that person who gets to that office and they're feeling, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have lied about being an Excel expert. This whole job revolves around Excel. Right? At that point, you just sneak out the back door. You go outside. I'm going to go outside for a quick break. I'll be right back. And then you just never come back. Right? That's kind of what's going on here. Metaphorically speaking. Sit tight. All right? That's your reading. Tomorrow, new moon. It's going to be something. But again, you got your own shit going on. We'll see what's going on with the incoming energies and we'll talk about it. But try to remember this reading for the new moon. I've got to wash it because I have to do every reading clean. But this is really par for the course, let me tell you. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.